When the ram was young, sir, he had a nasty trick of jumping over a fire gate and landing on his... Believe me, if you think I lie, go ask the girls at Derbyshire, they'll tell you the same as I. Now, when the ram was old, sir, they pushed him in the truck, and all the girls from Derbyshire came out to have it. If you don't believe me, if you think I lie, go ask the girls at Derbyshire, they'll tell you the same as I. Now, when the ram was...
You a nurse?
No. You could obviously use one. What happened?
Rugby boot.
Well, it took 2 men...
You've been sitting on your own for 5 minutes.
Right, if this isn't chat up, then just forget it. I only came to be with my mate. Let me try and pick her up. She's a nurse.
So if you're not a nurse, what are you?
Look, I've had a really shattering day.
Can I join the club? A pint of the same and a large gin and tonic for the lady.
I'll make it a small one, please. I've already had one too many and I haven't eaten yet.
Oh, it's very nice. Thanks. I've something delightful. Yes. Aren't you pleased? Yes, I am quite happy. Yes. My young friend here is one of the trouble. Are you a vegetarian? Well, you could have had something vegetarian if you'd said.
No, I'm not vegetarian. I'm just not very hungry.
I expect it's nerves about making the speech. What you need's a stiff brandy.
Yes.
Oh, I'm beginning to go off the whole idea already.
Oh, leave it alone.
Well, it's not easy trying to make love to a woman with hiccups.
That's enough! If you two don't cut it out, you'll get a bloody good hiding!
No, I'll be really...
Well, what you need is a shot.
I've warned ya! I have warned ya! If you two don't cut it out,
It's worked, though,
I'll
hasn't it?
have the guts and the sausages out of you!
Now, obviously, 2 hours of smooth and fashion is off the agenda.
She's out.
Bugger. Any idea where she's gone?
It's a bingo night.
Bingo. Where?
Could I have a little quiet, ladies and gentlemen, please? Ladies and gentlemen, please. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my great pleasure to introduce our guest speaker this evening. He is Station Officer Nick Georgiadis. Is that right? From Blackwall Fire Station.
Mr. Mayor, Lady Mayoress, and members of the Blackwall Chamber of Commerce, I'd like to thank you all for inviting me to be your guest speaker at the annual Blackwall Chamber of Commerce dinner. I know that you think I'm here tonight to dispense some good old brigade PR, and as the only person in the room, apart from the waitresses, who's wearing a uniform, well, that's what I'm officially here to do. Set your minds at rest about the future of Blackwall Fire Station. But, ladies and gentlemen, because for most of today, I, along with scores of other members of the emergency services, was in attendance at the appalling carnage on the A2M motorway, the main artery that divides our borough, the road that's the lifeline for your business, the route that many of you use daily. There were ambulances, police, flying doctors, fire and rescue vehicles, paramedics. And because I know that many of you here tonight are in the motor trade, I've decided to change my speech. And I'm going to call the speech I intend to give Chariots of Fire.
You may describe it as a row, but what I've been trying to have is a discussion.
I'd get the Brussels job.
Can't you lower your voice a bit?
Oh, that's so typical of you and your stupid stiff upper lip.
It's so typical of you to make a scene in public.
You didn't think I'd get it. That's the only reason you'd said you'd leave the brigade and come with me to Brussels. But I confounded all your expectations, and now you're trying to wriggle out of it.
That's a bloody lie!
This was supposed to be a celebration!
All I said is it's a big...
Has Madam taken leave of us, sir?
I shouldn't imagine so for 1 minute. I should imagine she's simply, well, powdering her nose.
It took us a long time to get there because of the fog and because there'd been a lot of confusion over the actual location. We were given the wrong exit numbers. As it was, we arrived on the wrong side of the motorway. There were over 40 vehicles involved in the pile-up. By now, the fog had cleared the accident site because of the intensity of the heat. We saw a woman trapped in her burning car. And there was absolutely nothing we could do to help. "12 people died. Most of them burned to death. Over 20 were injured, a good proportion of them seriously. If the emergency services had arrived a little earlier, had there not been a fog, had there not been the initial confusion over the exact location, would the death and injury toll have been less? Probably not. Because we estimated that most of those vehicles took just 12 minutes to be totally consumed by fire. 12 minutes. Why so fast? I'll tell you why. Cars. Seat padding, polyurethane foam, long banned in the domestic environment, body insulation, polystyrene, glass fibre fabric roof lining, wool nylon seat covers, nylon carpets, plastic wiring insulation. Ladies and gentlemen, this is tombstone technology.
I ain't come to play. I need to get a message to my ex-mother-in-law. Could you... It's a matter of some urgency. Could you put a message over the sound system? Mrs. Fraser.
Helen? Helen! Stop being silly and sulking. I'd be sorry, Helen, if I knew what I was supposed to be sorry about. I'm lost. I don't know what I said. This is verging on the ridiculous. making a complete idiot out of me in there, you know. Helen, I love you for Christ's sakes. I'm mad about you. It's just leaving the brigade. I know I said I was sick of it, but then you get a day like today. Helen! Open this damn door, will you?
I'm reporting you to the management.
So...
Right, love.
Mrs. Fraser. Sorry I had to,
We were finished for the night anyway.
Ladies, want some spin stuff?
Mrs. Fraser, where's Karen took Melanie?
Where?
I told you when I rang you. She took her out of school this afternoon. I went round to where she lives. Some bird told me that she and a new bloke have took her on holiday. Well, where?
I've told you, I haven't seen Karen in ages. I never even went to the wedding. We're no on speaking terms.
You're a solid liar! You know where she's took you, you're just not saying. Look, I know, like you and me from the first, we never got on, but I don't want to come here in this state. It's just, Karen's nuts, she's not responsible. She done wrong today, snatching Melanie like that. But I'm not going to threaten her. I can forget it all. I want is Melanie back safe and sound with me and Claire. So if you've got any idea, any notion of where she might be, for Christ's sake, tell me. Tell me!
Let go of me! Are you going to let me catch this bus, or do I have to shout for the police?
Where are you going?
Spain. Well, that's where Karen always said she'd take Melanie to live if ever she got him back.
To live?
Where the new husband comes from.
Well, where is that exactly?
Oh, you'll have to ask Karen that. I've no idea.
I only invited 20 people back.
Yes, but if those 20 people invited another 20 people, and that 20 people invited another 20 people, that makes...
Hell of a lot of people.
Mary, where's my coat? I want to go home.
Oh, Christ, you're a party pooper. You've been miserable all night.
Look, I didn't want to come in the first place, remember? I only came because you didn't want to go to the club on your own.
Don't apologise, whatever you do.
It was an accident, arsehole.
What'd you call me?
Are you okay?
Just leave me alone.
I'm really sorry. Are you okay? Don't cry. Here. Now you keep here. I'll kick that lot out and crash on the couch. Okay?
Don't go.
Okay. I can't promise to be very entertaining company. Jesus. Is this room spinning for you too?
I haven't eaten. I couldn't. It's a smell. People burning. Like that. You knew what sort of a day I've had. You knew I'd had too much to drink.
Oh, I'm sorry. But I was under the impression that you got yourself very much otherwise engaged with what's his name.
Oh, yes. What was his name, by the way? Don't know if he used anything. I mean, what if I'm pregnant?
Don't be silly.
Silly? How can it be silly? I just slept with somebody I know absolutely nothing about.
There's puppies suffocating in there.
No, not puppies, guppies. The tank's cracked. They're all over the floor in there.
Oh, look, it's all right. I'll get your guppies for you. I'm a pet lover myself.
Oh, he's a brave young man.
Oi! Oi! The guppies! This is not his guppies. Where did these fish? Oi! But be careful, get away!
They're dead, Colin!
They're not!
Just go through there.
The fire's been extinguished, and your guppies are now safe.
Oh.
Do you want to come and see if they're okay? There you are. All safe and sound.
You put them in with their brothers for others.
He loves animals and children.
I wonder why children and animals don't love him.
Bailiff's just rang in, Gov. Domestic. Oh, and Super Scoop's outside.
Who?
Super Scoop, the cub reporter from the local press. He's not been around here since you took over.
What does he want, did he say?
Something to do with the speech you gave at the Chamber of Commerce to you last night. Apparently caused quite a sensation. The local motor trade's up in arms.
I'm going to tell Mum you because I've had enough,
You're
right?
tell Mum? Well, what's she going to do?
No, I'm not having it.
What's wrong with you?
What do you mean, so you brought your kids up with no respect for other people's possessions. I've told you it was an accident. I said I'm sorry and I'll get you another one. Well, it wouldn't have happened if you hadn't let him kick his football around in here. And sorry's not good enough. It was a wedding present. Me and George had a lovely little home. You're just fighting over a No, it's a madhouse. Not well because of you.
You sit down.
Where are you going? Stop it now. Mums. Just no.
Great, Mum. You're my sister.
What are they trying to do? Get me sacked?
Well, let's put it this way. A lot of people wouldn't mind having your head on a plate. Look, you've got to see it from their point of view. They were expecting a good night out, and suddenly you're up in your soapbox blaming them because people were burnt to death.
I wasn't blaming them.
Well, that's the way they see it. There were a lot of motor sales blokes there, you know. Not to mention the 2 motor component manufacturers from the borough. It's their livelihood you were having a pop at.
You can't hate that.
Hey, what's going on?
Don't you touch her. Don't you lay a finger on her.
But Lil, I just want to talk to her. I get home from work and find out that my wife's left me. No explanation, nothing.
Well, she don't want to talk to you, do you, Kel? She is up to it with you and your sister and your sister's family and your crook of a brother-in-law.
Listen, love, Kelly beating all the kids down at our place is only temporary.
Well, our temporary is temporary. That's something you've never said.
Well, it's just until I get the seal business sorted out. Spoke to the bank, the police and all that. I can't send them back with those thugs on the rampage.
But if it's your Cyril they're after, why would they want to hurt Beatty and the kids?
Well, not hurt her necessarily. It's just that Cyril owes them a lot of money. They might roll them a ransom or something.
Oh, I wish they would.
Do you want her to miscarry? Is that what you want, coming here chucking your weight about and upsetting her? You all right, babe?
Look, why don't we go and have a cup of coffee and sort things out?
That was my home, George. The first place of my own I ever had. I made it nice. Kept it clean and tidy. We was talking about doing up the spare room as a nursery for the baby. But there ain't no room for the baby now. And even if there was, how could I take a baby back to that? Everyone crammed in. All that shouting and arguing and smashing things. It's not my home anymore, George. It's Beatty's.
So have I.
Well, your soon just ain't gonna be soon enough, George. Not unless you go back now and tell Beatty to leave.
I can't do that, not right now. Not in sleep at nights. I told you that.
That's that then.
What are you doing? Hey, you're kidding.
I've never been more serious about anything in my life.
Kelly. Kelly!
Well, things don't look too good for him, do they? Well, I mean, it's worse than not looking good, isn't it? It's... Everything from the beginning with him, it's been uphill, then touch and go, then uphill again. But at least he had something to fight with. But by what you've said, the test results, those X-rays, well...
What are your feelings about transplantation?
But even that's touch and go.
Touch and go, yes. There's a long waiting list. There's no guarantee that compatible organs can be found. Organ donations in the UK being pretty thin on the ground. In some states in America, they have a system called required request, which requires a doctor by law to ask the next of kin of those who are termed brain stem dead and on ventilators about possible donation. Here we're more coy. We prefer to depend on donor cards.
What do you suppose are the chances of finding heart and lungs from a child of about Jamie's size?
That are compatible? I wouldn't like to guess what the odds are.
About 1,000,000 to 1?
But the alternatives, he just keeps on deteriorating, just slides downhill. A bout of flu. Some virus that a normal, healthy kid his age would... Any day could be taken from us.
We've always known that, love. Just never really accepted it, that's all. Till now. We've always felt he had a fighting chance.
Think about it. Talk about it. Come back as often as you like and discuss it. If at the end you decide to go for it, we'll start the tests. Bye.
Morning. What's so fascinating? Or is it something I'm not supposed to know?
It's the local paper, Gov.
Local fire officer blasts motor trade. Horrific description of death rows of burned motorway victims. I didn't say any of this, John. I didn't even give an interview. He's embroidered on what little I did say and made the rest up.
Yeah, well, he's an ambitious little sod, Gov. He's always had one eye on the Nationals.
Get him on the phone, will you? Better still, get his boss. Blast the motor trade. Or blast him.
Echo 44 Blackwall. Area Commander Bulstrode. For you, Gov.
About this. How'd it sound?
Well, hopping mad would be a severe understatement.
I mean, it's been nearly a week now. Nearly a week and not a word, not a peep from Karen. OK, the police are making their inquiries, whatever the hell that means.
Well, before we go any further, let's just recap on what's happened. Now, the courts gave you legal custody of your daughter after the divorce. And she's been living with you more or less since then, without much contact with her mother, who has recently remarried.
To this Spanish bloke. Well, suddenly they come round my gaff and they want Melanie to live with them. Just uproot her like she had no feelings or nothing. Well, I said no. I said I'd no objections to them seeing her, mind you.
You were quite prepared for your ex-wife to have reasonable access?
Absolutely. Only that's not enough for Karen, is it? She has to take her away from school. She has to run off with her.
And you're pretty sure that your ex-wife has taken your daughter to Spain?
Well, I don't know, do I? I mean, for all I know, she could have took her to Torquay. No, my water tells me she took her to Spain. But where in Spain? I mean, Spain's a big country, isn't it? Well, say that is the case.
Well, your daughter's been abducted.
At last. Someone said it. Now, that is against the law. And what I'm here for you to tell me is what I can do about it. I mean, surely to God, you can't just grab a kid and whip her out of the country just like that. I mean, this copper I was talking to, I says, what about Interpol? And he just kind of raised an eyebrow at me.
Have you any idea how many cases there are like this in a year? You said yourself where in Spain. Even if you knew where in Spain, the chance of getting a child returned under these circumstances is an incredibly lengthy and complicated procedure.
I'm never going to get her back, am I? Melanie, I ain't never going to see her again. I just can't stand the thought of that, honest. I just can't.
I don't know what we're bothering for. There's nothing we can do about it anyway.
We're bothering because if the station closes, it affects everybody's futures. Ours and the public's.
Yeah, well, let's just get on with it, shall we? We haven't got all day.
Right. Look, if we're here to choose a representative from this watch to go forward for possible selection for the station union rep, well, I think that we should...
Form a committee?
No. But I do think we should give it a little bit more thought. I mean, this isn't a role for any Tom, Dick or Harry. I mean, we're looking for someone who has very special qualities. Someone who's intelligent, erudite, somebody with presence and panache. Somebody who can put Blackwall's case with conviction and passion.
Oh, you don't mean you by any chance?
Look, when have I ever been guilty of self-promotion?
I nominate the sub, then.
Seconded.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Anyone want to know why I've abstained?
No.
What the hell possessed you, Station Officer Georgianis? Have you gone totally loco? Are you utterly out of your tiny mind?
Sir, I can't emphasise this too strongly. I did not give that interview. He came round to the station to talk about the speech I'd given at the Chamber of Commerce dinner.
Did you say any of this in that speech?
Well, some of it, yes. But I didn't go into such lurid detail. And my chief aim in the speech was to draw attention to the fact that, as far as fire safety is concerned, the modern motor vehicle's a death trap.
That's got nothing to do with you! It's not up to you to get up your hind legs and spout about the construction of the bloody modern motor vehicle. You were in uniform! You were given permission to make a speech about possible changes in fire cover with regard to Blackwall. Brigade orders are specific in that respect. You are in contravention of brigade orders. You were about LFB business. You had no right to speak off your own bat.
Sir.
Do you know what the brigade is doing about the escalation in numbers of deaths and car fires?
Sir, I don't.
Well, you may rest assured they are in an ongoing dialogue with the motor industry. So you can go on doing what you're supposed to be doing, your duty! Not riding hobby horses and plastering yourself about the newspapers!
I apologise.
It's a pity you can't apologise to the young widow of one of the men killed in that pile-up. Her father rang me earlier. She's left with 3 small children. Her husband's death hasn't even had time to sink in yet. She
She picks up this paper this morning and reads in very graphic detail why and how he died. 12-minute death blaze of father of 3. Screams of car fire victims unbearable, says brigade officer at scene. Road to Basra, bodies burned beyond recognition.
I did not say that to the reporter, sir. He must have spoken to someone who was at the dinner and then exaggerated everything I did say.
Whether or not everything you said as reported here is immaterial. It's the effect you've had. Between you and me on a personal basis, I couldn't give a toss about the effect on the local motor traders. They can take it on the nose. But my heart goes out to that young widow.
Set down. Set down thy honourable load, if honour be shrouded in a hearse. Whilst I obsequiously lament the untimely fall of virtuous Lancaster. Now towards Chertsey with your holy load, taken from St. Paul's to be interred there. And still, as you are weary of this weight, rest you, whilst I lament King Henry's course.
Stay! You that bear the course, and set it down.
What black magician conjures up this fiend to stop devoted charitable works?
Mrs. Carol Martin. I'm Nick Georgiadis.
You're the one who gave the interview to the paper.
If I could just have 5 minutes with her. Please? Mrs. Martin?
It's the fire officer that gave the interview.
Did you see him die? Were you there when it happened?
No. I don't think so. There was a fog. It was... I know this is... What I want to say, apart from I'm sorry for the distress I've caused, is... Mrs. Martin, it wasn't like it said in the paper. He wouldn't have suffered. It would have been seconds. The smoke. The smoke would have done it. This is more...
It doesn't help. Nothing helps.
Say then, my peace is made.
That shall you know hereafter,
But shall I live in hope?
All men, I hope, live so.
Something about a kiss in the text.
But...
Vouchsafe to wear this ring?
Sorry?
Oh, never mind, we must press on. Just get to the beginning of your soliloquy.
Was ever woman in this humour wooed? Was ever woman in this humour won?
We've been walking for ages. I thought you were going to take me for a bite to eat.
I am. What do you want? Rock? Cod? Place haddock?
I don't believe you.
What's up?
What's up? What's up is other men take girls to restaurants.
Not if they've only got £2.50 to last them till next payday, they don't.
And where are we going to eat them?
Well, I don't know. I thought about a nice bench in the park.
Colin, it's freezing.
What about over there by the river? That's nice.
I hate you.
No, you don't.
Right, mate, what's it going to be?
Right then, what do you want? Cod or haddock? 2 gun and chips and a couple of eggs, please, mate.
I'm late. I'm 2 days late.
That's nothing. I've been late a week. It turned up. A lot of things can affect it. Stress.
Pregnancy?
Lots of women are irregular.
Not me. I'm regular as clockwork, every 28 days. Oh, God, what do I do if I am?
It's tough, you know. I mean, there's me bike to run. Then there's me mum, all the work she does. I mean, it's only fair I should give her half my wages.
How long have we been staying? 2 can live as cheaply as 1. And how long have you been going to tell your mum you're moving in with me?
I know. It's not that easy. I'm the one and only son. I mean, I'm like a god to her, Zoe. Her whole life, ever since I've been born, has been me.
You love her more than me, don't you?
Not more, just differently. Look, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll take the bull by the horns and tell her when I get home, all right?
You promise?
On my honour.
Then something changed her mind.
Hello, love. Got a nice clean shirt for you, and I've washed your jumper all ready for the morning.
Mum, I've got something that I want to tell you.
Next door was in a minute ago. Cyril's in trouble with her bill again. Videos. Crying her eyes out, she was. One thing after another with him. I said I've never had no trouble with you. Always been good as gold. You've always done me proud. What would I do without you, eh? What was it you wanted to tell me, son?
Nothing. Thanks for me shirt. Good night.
Night.
Yes, have you seen this?
Is that...
Right, Gov. Unit 2, Lansdowne Road Industrial Estate.
It's a warehouse, lads.
left in there. Go on, get round the back, see what the SP is. Kate, today. Get your helmet on. What's the matter with you?
Make it 70 mil. Colin, get a Noble branch.
It's in there on the left.
Give us your tally.
Signal, under pressure. Kate, knock that alarm bell out. It's doing my head in.
Bloody hell! The sprinklers have failed! You all right, man? Let's get the G under control. Let's get out!
The sprinkler system cut out as a bloody great flashover. We're bloody lucky not to have been fried.
Kate, it was just the alarm you shut off.
Yes, Gov.
Kate! You forgot to put your helmet on, and you forgot to bring your brain on the job.
I still don't know what I've done, Gov.
I asked you to shut off the alarm. You shut off the main valve. You knocked out the sprinkler.
You did what? You simple or something? We was cooking in there. You could have killed us, you stupid bitch.